Here's a look of a play that we'll see later on. Getting this motion here to this empty set. He's going out, up. They're sitting right here running a bang 8. Got an option. They're running their slot fade with a hitch here to the outside. With this motion, it looks to me like Bo Nix sees when he bumps out, they end up having 3/2. Don't really like it. And he likes this space right here for this possible out. Obviously, with this slot fade, they sit there and they play low at that corner. Could win over the top. Safety kind of hanging towards the middle of the field as opposed to getting over that slot fade. There you're seeing lots of depth. Looks like a man-to-man quarters type look. This is your matchup that you want. That's a really dynamic receiver here against number 42, a linebacker. Should win that, create some space. Sticks it to the out instead of just sitting. So right there, working away from 42. Give it to your guy in space. This is a 2nd and 8. So right there, anytime you can get the ball in space, especially against those linebackers, it's going to be positive. It makes the guy miss. 42 even helps him out, blocks his corner basically. And right there, able to stay on his feet. Dynamic player against the linebacker. Always going to be positive. Creates an explosive play there for Oregon. This is an interesting look here from Oregon. You got a 3-back set. You're faking across. This fullback here is going to the flats or tight end. This guy's working through the line to the flats as well. Looks like he's running a drag, a post. So really getting to a flood right here. Faking across. Maybe peeking here. Possibly a home run shot. Then you're going 1, 2, 3. I'd assume working across for that flood against this zone. But right here, faking across. Fullback going right there, going vertical. He's slipping through the line there, trying to flood. There's 5 coming across pretty flat. He's going to get a little bit more vertical right there, working across. Flat rat's there. For whatever reason, Bo Nix right here, he's throwing it off his back foot. And a little bit inaccurate with this ball. Doesn't quite get enough on this. Tight end has to duck down and make the play. Would love for this dude to just go ahead and get his legs into this and hit him right in the face mask so he can make this an easy throw and catch, put a little bit more speed on it so he can catch it, get vertical a little bit quicker. But still, they flooded that zone. Nobody really played the tight end, getting out there to the flats. So he catches it, gets a first down right there. Obviously, ball placement there by Bo Nix could have been better and helped him get all the way up to the sticks. Now, if this outside linebacker or safety would have flown down and taken this guy right here, now you've got 88 working to the flats here. Of course, if he takes him, now you got that drag a little bit deeper to that 2nd level. This is a really good read by the receivers and really good execution by Bo Nix. He slides in, he's setting the edge here. They're sliding the line that way. Back's getting out to the flats. You got an intermediate right here. You got a vertical there on the outside. So you're getting a sprint with the tight end pinning. You got this running back working to the flats as well. You're getting a flood route on that. And with the sprint here, you're seeing they're playing zone. Washington's playing zone. And these guys' eyes are on the quarterback, and they're just spot dropping to the area that they think this guy's going to be in. And he does roll to the flats. You got a high corner over the top. Got a guy there in the flats as well. So again, getting to basically a sail concept here. Great read by Bo Nix and by this receiver here. The space is right here. Don't just keep running into the defender. Be ready for that thing to be on that backside shoulder or just slow down. He just rips it through that window and lets his guy adjust. So this is a really good job. Flipping it to him. The pace on this ball and just the athleticism and strength to rip that thing kind of off balance right here. Just rips it through that window. Great job adjusting. Great job seeing it there by Bo Nix and the receiver. Now it's an explosive play. That's what happens for a defense when they're just spot dropping, not finding receivers. You can throw that thing on that back shoulder, just throw it in the window. And now, ball's in space at about 20 yards deep. They're having to come up and make a play. Start off in a 3-receiver set. Motion the tight end in. He ends up just leading here on the edge with the quarterback reading the C gap. So right here you see this motion. Snaps it about the time he gets to the tackle. Downhill for inside zone. With this motion from 3-by-1 into a 2-back set, they get a 2-backer box here. O-line's responsible for these 3 and those 2. And you see quarterback's reading backside in. Number 4 right here squeezes pretty hard. Fullback slips him right there, working up for in case they squeeze and scrape, which is similar to what they're doing right here, which when we say squeeze and scrape, squeeze this defensive end, get the quarterback pull, and that's his linebacker filter over the top to take the quarterback. But right here, got the squeeze, so there's a pull. Really athletic here by the defensive end. Squeezes hard, and then he's able to get out, trying to get a play on the quarterback. Bo Nix still has to run through an arm tackle right here. And that tight end does a really good job getting a body on, moving his feet. And you can see that contact takes him all the way down to about the 2 or 3 yard line. Bo Nix playing fast, knows the rules. First down, touchdown, get down. Right here, he thinks he's going to be able to get into the zone. Not a great job here by the receiver. It ends up being, instead of a 1-on-1, a 2-on-1 here. And Bo Nix gets absolutely mollywopped. But anyway, inside zone with that bluff, letting that big fullback get up on the linebacker. Got him down to the 1 yard line late in the second quarter trying to get something going. Here's a play here that I'm sure that the Ducks had been working on for a while. They're just making it look like outside zone here, and this tight end slips to the flats. Running backs there, quarterbacks making it look like they're running that direction. And really, there's only one option on this play, and that's 3. in the back of the end zone right here. So right here, as you're looking at it, you see he just slips at the end, helps that keep the edge there. Then he gets vertical, getting some contact by this linebacker, but you got to be strong through that contact. And that's what he does right there. This corner plays a little bit low. Obviously, zero is a viable option there as far as the pass. And if he would have been dropping underneath it, now I'm sure they're just going to run the quarterback here. But Bo Nix sees the space, again, back of the end zone, least guarded area on the football field, put it high, and our tight end goes up and makes a great play. Just throws one hand at it, pulls that down, just getting a rebound right there. Obviously, it's a soft pass here by Bo Nix as far as putting a little bit of air on it, giving this guy a really good chance to make a play. This first play of the second half, and they starting a bunch. They motion this guy around. And what this motion does, it ends up going from a two-high look where he could fill into the box, where he slides back to a one-high look. He rolls down, rolls out. So it does help out as far as getting their numbers for the mid-zone back this direction. We draw up how they block it. There's a big gap here between the defensive end, and it looks like an A-gap player or a one-tech. This tight end fullback they block here, and they're working up to an outside linebacker, or this corner are the only guys that they could be working up to, but they just stick on. So a pretty good job setting the edge here by the defensive end. Running back starts wide, and then he gets vertical. The receiver that's the point of the bunch, he just works straight up to that linebacker, and he gets a piece of him. And this guard with no B-gap player, and he just works straight up to this inside linebacker to be fitting over the top. And everybody else is reaching here. Great job by the center and guard. This backside guard does a really good job reaching this nose, who looks like he's even slanting that way for whatever reason. So the center's able to work up, get the backside linebacker, and running back just gets right into the wave. Basically untouched right here, gets all the way up to about 10 yards before somebody tries to arm tackle him. And there's that backside safety that had rolled away with that motion, having to roll in late instead of filling that thing downhill. Good play there to start the second half, trying to gain a little bit of momentum. Being down 10, this is a big play, trying to set things up for a big second half. This is the exact same play that we saw earlier, and this time running back motions out, again out and up. You got a post here, you got an option, slot fade, hitch there on the outside, and you can see the personnel that Washington has guarding this slot. It's not 42 anymore. Now 42 is over here. So basically, they know it's man-to-man, and they're looking for 42 to take advantage of. And on this one, he's trying to guard this back on this out, which when he goes out, you see he's playing flat. Bo Nix knows, oh, you're done. Rip that thing out there. But again, throwing it off his back foot. He's strong, athletic. He's able to rip it to him. Beat that safety with a little bit of pace on the football. Still would love for him to use his lower body right here to throw it, because this has to be a hole shot. But right there, he's strong enough, puts it on him. Safety's late to get to the party. Again, that exact same call, and it's almost like they're looking for 42 because they know it's man-to-man right here. Where's 42? Take advantage of them. That's what happens right there. This is a good look right here, just seeing how tight that window is. Got a safety that's flying down as soon as this ball's getting out, so you got to put some good pace to this football. Great job fitting it in there. Three's not able to roll over. Good throw and catch, taking advantage of your matchups. Here's a look of a really clutch play here from Bo Nix. You know it's man-to-man right here. This is very obvious. Whenever you get an empty set, it's a lot easier to see man zone. As you're looking at it, they try to get a rub here. With this slot receiver going there, going to the slant, that's where Bo Nix looks first. And over here, wide bunch set, they're running a bit of a snag. So right here, he's running the snag. This tight end is. Inside release, he's going up to the corner. He's running an arrow right there. Bo Nix likes this space the most, so he goes to this side looking for that slant to win. As you're looking at it, 11 doesn't do a great job. You really need to go at his face mask, make him go over the top, knowing that you're trying to win underneath. But right there, he goes to the front hip, at the top hip of this defender, as opposed to at his face mask and making him go over the top. So not great execution right here. If he goes at his face mask and either makes that guy bump into him or just make him go over the top, that ball's going to be out right now. It's going to be an easy touchdown. But right there, doesn't quite get the rub that I'm sure Bo Nix was hoping, and corner fires down pretty hard. So now he's getting off of it, and he's working this direction. As you're looking at it, they end up dropping a linebacker to it that was mugged down. So there's a linebacker. Now they get 4 defenders over here to these 3, and they end up zoning this off. So right there, that wide bunch, they did a pretty good job of this corner seeing that there's an out route. Got to jump that with the corner. He's mugged down, so he's going to be pretty physical right there. And the inside guy is going to take the first inside cut. And right here, this is the inside cut, so he's manned up now, taking him. And this linebacker is just kind of sitting there underneath. Same thing with this safety, kind of going that direction just a little bit, where the quarterback's eyes started off to. But right there, Nix, as you see it, he's looking that way, doesn't get the rub that he likes, so he starts working this way. When he starts working this way, this tight end that was using this sit, and he's really using his body and the defender trying to get a rub for if that guy's trying to work over the top. Now Nix starts working this way, and he works into this window. Again, it's man-to-man, so these windows are going to be tight. Bo Nix right there is getting some pressure. And right here off his back foot, great job keeping his eyes up, having anticipation and throwing this ball to his guy. This is a 4th down play, so this is a clutch moment. Rips that thing to him off his back foot. Tight end gets down and makes a play. This is one of those plays that really can't teach, just the anticipation and the feel to put that ball where it needs to be, and also just athleticism. Seeing somebody throw the ball right there off his back foot, falling down, unreal play there as far as processing everything that's going on and still finding an open receiver off balance. One of the more impressive and clutch plays that I've seen in a while. This is a really good job here by Bo Nix. Just keeping a play alive. It's obviously cover 1 in here. It's 4-2 box. Playing cover 1 on the outside, you got a hitch, you got a slot fade, you got a hitch outside. There looks like a bang 8. I don't know how these guys are running these routes to get open. Obviously right here, this should be an option. I'd probably be working an out here. That slot fade's not running extremely hard. And there's your bang 8 to the backside. But right here, really nowhere for Bo Nix to go. It's cover 1. This slot fade is a good cover 1 beater. This option should be a good cover 1 beater. But right here, there's 6 guys in the box. And one thing you got to tell your quarterback, hey, when they're playing man-to-man and they cover guys down, that means they're not manned up on the quarterback and you can create big plays right here. DN gets free. Gives a little bit of pump. He gets up in the air trying to knock it down for whatever reason. And now Bo Nix has the edge right here. There's literally a third of the field with no defender in it. This is what having an athletic quarterback can do for you. Now, Bo Nix doesn't run around like he did early in his career, but he's still extremely athletic, extremely fast. He outruns this entire box and right there gets in space. Everybody was chasing man-to-man. Again, it's one of those things you got to emphasize with those quarterbacks. Hey, if you can get outside the box, they're playing man. A lot of times you got a good chance for a huge play. Now they got a bunch of guys out in front. This was a big play right here. Oregon had momentum and was clawing back into this game and ended up on this drive taking the lead. Really, this play right here kind of set them up and kept that momentum going. I mean, a 30, 40-yard run there by the quarterback. This big run right here, this actually takes the lead for Oregon. They'd gotten the momentum. They'd fought back in, and right here, they started in a bunch to the left. They shifted everybody over, and you see you got some big bodies right here, tight ends, fullbacks, and you're running counter with both these fullbacks pulling here. So right here, 88 flying across. He's going to try to kick right there. He gets a little bit caught up here on that defensive tackle that was slanting, got some penetration. But right there, good patience getting over the top of it, and then puts his play side shoulder, has a good base. Not perfect, but right there you can see he's putting his play side shoulder, getting a kick. Now there's the other fullback that came all the way from the outside of the bunch. He's pulling around for the front side linebacker. If you're a linebacker trying to read this, this just looks like inside zone if you're reading just the in the box. Right there, these guys are working up. But right there, you're getting 2 pullers kick, lead, backs across. Quarterback can read the backside C here. Kick. Then good patience here by 20, letting the outside guy get all the way up. Gets up on the linebacker. Now we're seeing that vertical cut. Great job attacking it. Really good design there. Being able to pull 2 tight ends here instead of pulling a down lineman. That'd be tough for those linebackers to read, because a lot of times they're reading those guards and centers. This is great design here from Oregon. They motion this guy out, and it ends up taking this defensive end who would have been manned up. So you know it's man-to-man. They have a fade out here. These guys look like they're blocking or running off. And quarterback's just reading the space. So you see, as he motions, you're getting a guy running. Bo Nix snaps the ball. You are getting an A-gap pressure here. Quarterback looks this way and trying to time up a quarterback draw. So right here, anytime you're getting an empty set, a quarterback draw, a lot of times if you can get a twist, which is what happens right here with his defensive end. If he would have straight rushed, they just would have blocked that right there. He's blocking here. They were setting to that defensive end there with his tackle and guard. But with that guy gone, now he can just release vertical, get up to a safety. But this twist, they don't do a great job sorting it out. Good job penetrating right there by the defensive tackle. And now you got this end looping back in free. And you can see with man-to-man and a light box, this guard is releasing all the way up to the safety. If they would have been able to take care of this defensive end, this is on a 3rd and 9. Bo Nix easily pops through there. He gets at least in the way of this safety that's rolling down. Probably turns that into a big explosive play. They hold on the football. The game could have been different right there if they just could take care of that defensive end that slipped all the way in there and made the play. But great play by this end. It's a lot of space to try to get a good player on the ground. That's what he did right there.